Messiah, man, because we gonna know when this happens, man. You see? Let me get Matthew 24, starting 29. 29?
29?
Yeah.
This is Matthew 24, 29. Immediately after the tribulation of those days shall the sun be darkened, and the moon shall not give her light.
Yeah.
And the stars shall fall from heaven, and the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. Verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man.
My bad. So the powers of the heavens shall be shaken. It's talking about you elites, man. You rulers over the planet Earth right now, man. Because when Yahawashi shows up, you people gonna be shitting in your drawers, man. You see?
The shit boots.
Because you know when Yahawashi crack them clouds, you gonna know that it's a wrap for you, and there's nothing you can do, man. You see? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 30. And then shall appear the sign of the Son of Man in heaven. And then shall all the tribes of the earth mourn, and they shall see the Son of Man coming in the clouds of heaven with power and great glory.
And those clouds of heaven is talking about what, man? The so-called UFOs, man. The heavenly chariots of Yahawashi. And this is how Yahawashi is returning, man. You see? This is what's about to enter into the house of the thief, man. This is what's about to enter into your precious ass America, man. To destroy this place, man.
Let me get 31. Talking about the angels.
Yeah.
Verse 31, and he shall send his angels with a great sound of trumpet, and they shall gather together his elect from the four winds, from one end of heaven to another.
See, and that's talking about the remnant of the nation of Israel, what we was going into earlier, man. Only the remnant is going to be saved, man. And that's what these chariots are coming for. These chariots are coming for what? Destruction and salvation, man. To destroy you wicked ass people and to save the remnant of the nation of Israel, man.
That's right.
And that's what their job is, man. You see? Yeah. What I got you do?
Isaiah 66.
That's that double-edged sword, man. Most High is always twofold, man.
15.
Isaiah 66, 15 through 16. Let me get Revelation 12.
This is Isaiah 66 and 15.
Revelation 12, 7 through 8.
And it reads, For behold, Yahawah will come with fire, and with his chariots like a whirlwind, to render his anger with fury, and his rebuke with flames of fire.
And that's what Yahawashi is coming back, man. He's coming back with fire and his sword to judge you people, man. You see? It's not about to be a pretty day when Yahawashi shows up, man. You people think when he shows up, because you think it's a so-called white man about to come out of the clouds, but we're telling you that it's a so-called Negro that's about to crack these clouds and bring straight chaos, man. It's about to put straight hell upon you people, man, by way of judgment. You see, and he's going to do it by fire and by a sword, man. You see? The day of the Lord is not going to be a beautiful day, man. Yahawashi is coming back to do a whole lot of killing. And I think it says in verse 16, if I ain't mistaken.
Let me go back to that for you, bro. This is 16. This is 16, and it reads, For by fire and by his sword will Yahawah plead with all flesh.
And when you go into that word plead, it means to what? It means to judge, man.
Right.
Yahawashi is coming back to judge, man. You see?
Right.
With all flesh. Go ahead, bro.
And the slain of Yahawah shall be many.
And the slain of the Lord shall be many, man. Meaning what? A whole lot of you people are about to be put to death, man. And it also tells you in Jeremiah that the slain of the Lord shall be at that day from one end of the earth to the other end of the earth, man. That's how many people Yahawashi is about to put to death, man. You see? That was it on that?
Yeah. Unless you want some more, I mean,
that was
in the other shit.
This is Revelation 12 and 7.
7.
Verse 7. And there was a war in heaven. Michael and his angels fought against the dragon, and the dragon fought against his angels and prevailed not, neither was their place found any more in heaven.
So you people actually think that Satan fought against the Most High and cast him out, this, that, and the other, that he was fighting Michael the archangel in the heaven. This was just this immaculate fucking battle in the heavens.
Sky.
No, man, it's talking about Esau being taken out of power by the spiritual realm, man.
Right.
You see? That's what this is talking about, man, because when you go into Job, it tells you that Satan is in complete obedience unto Yahawah, man. He doesn't do anything outside of the will of the Most High, just like Job. Satan couldn't even kill Job without the Most High say so, man. Right. That's why he said all his possessions you can touch his body, but his life saved, you see? And what did Satan do? He obeyed the Most High. Right. Letting us know that Satan is in complete obedience unto the Heavenly Father, man.
Right.
So the war that was in heaven was not talking about Satan fighting against the Most High. It's talking about Esau, Edom, Satan, the physical counterpart to the spiritual demon Satan,
right,
fighting against the spiritual realm, because that's what these devils gonna do when Yahawashi comes back on the scene, man.
Because that's the spirit of Esau, Edom.
That's that. Hey, the pride of thy heart have deceived thee, man.
Think about an Edomite, man. Really, truly think about America's so-called white man.
Yep.
His answer to everything is a double-barrel shotgun.
Hey, I gotta,
You know what I'm saying?
I gotta step to that.
And I've met thousands of them that they always tell you like, well, I don't give a fuck.
No,
I got a double barrel.
I just seen the video. I just seen the video.
That come and take it mentality,
Right,
man. I know
yeah.
exactly what
Oh,
you're
you
talking
want
about.
it?
Come and take it.
I just seen
That's
the
that Esau
video.
mentality.
Yahawah posted. It was like something about terrorist speech.
Right.
When this Edomite was like, if Donald Trump get impeached, he said something. He was like, how you feel about that? He was like, he said something. My 357, so and so and so. And that's what they resort to, man.
Right.
You see?
Yeah.
So it ain't far fetched to think that Yahawashi is gonna fight. I'm not Yahawashi. That Esau's gonna try to fight against Yahawashi when he comes, man.
They're carnal as fuck.
Yeah,
Esau's carnal.
This
as
is
hell.
Job 1:6, talking about, hey, the devil don't run shit, man. Ain't no war in heaven, man. You guys got the shit misconstrued. This is Job 1:6, man. Now there was a day when the sons of Yahawah came to present themselves before the Lord, and Satan came also among them.
Yep. Why? Because
Verse 7.
He's an agent of the Most High,
Because
man.
Satan is a son of the Most High on the left-hand side, man. Satan don't run nothing. Satan ain't running nothing, man. The power that Satan has, he received it from the Most High.
Right.
Now you know the Most High is in control, man.
Of
Not Satan.
everything.
Satan ain't running nothing, man. Satan doing his job, man. You see? Go ahead, bro.
Verse 7. And the Lord said unto Satan, Whence comest thou? Then Satan answered the Lord and said, From going to and fro in the earth, and from walking up and down it. And the Lord said unto Satan, Hast thou considered my servant Job, that there is none like him in the earth, a perfect and upright man, one that feareth Yahawah and escheweth evil.
Yep. So yeah, man, Satan was doing his job, man. He was out there causing chaos, just what he was created to do.
Right.
And not just that, but the Most High presented Job when Satan couldn't find nobody, man. Hey, Most High running the whole show, man.
Yep.
You want
Jeremiah
to
31:3.
31?
Isaiah 31:3.
Yeah, Isaiah 31:3. You mind if I start at 1 though, brother?
Go ahead.
All right. Woe to thee that spoilest, and thou was not spoiled.
Yep.
And dealest treacherously, and they dealt not treacherously with thee.
Talking about you Edomites.
Right. When thou shalt cease to spoil, and thou shalt be spoiled, and when thou shalt make to end the deal treacherously, they shall deal treacherously with thee. O Yahawah, be gracious unto us, we have waited for thee, and be thou that their arm every morning our salvation, also in the time of trouble, as the tumult of the as the noise of the tumult, the people fled after lifting up. After lifting up of thyself, the nations were scattered. Is that what you wanted, brother?
No, that one it. Was that Isaiah?
Yeah, that was Isaiah 33 and 1.
No, Isaiah 31:3.
Oh, 31?
Isaiah 31:3.
I thought you said 33, bro. My bad. This is Isaiah 31 and 3. And it reads, And now the Egyptians are men, and not gods.
Yep, and that's what Esau has. Esau has that God complex, man. Now pride has deceived thee.
Yep.
Now that dwellest in the clefts of the rocks. You are men. You are not the Most High. You see, you're not a God, man. You're only a man. You're made from you are made, I won't say from the dust, but you know.
That shit is, but it's hitting home for Esau, man.
Yeah.
Because they're starting to have those curses fall upon them, like you said, man. That fact, that reality of them being just regular men, is like, no, we were supposed to be above y'all. We were supposed to be able to do this and that and have flying cars. And
that's you being deceived by your pride, man.
Yeah, and it's not gonna happen for you.
Yep.
It's not gonna happen. You're gonna be ripped out of that power seat by the Most High. Now the Egyptians are men and not God, and their horses flesh and not spirit.
You see, your horses are flesh and not spirit. Talking about your aircraft, man. Right. They're flesh and not spirit, and you're gonna try to fight against the spiritual, man. Matter of fact, I got a piece of the
When Yahawah shall stretch out his hand, both that helpeth shall fall, and he that hopeth shall fall down, and they shall also fail together. More on that, brother?
That's it on that. But yeah, man, your horses are flesh and not spirit. Your shit is carnal, man. Your aircraft, all your aircraft that you're gonna try to use to fight against Yahawashi, is fleshly, man. You're not gonna be able to win against a spiritual vehicle, man. The chariots are spiritual. They can be here in this dimension at one point, and the next minute they can be back in the spiritual world, man.
Right.
You see, they can go faster than the speed of light, man.
Right.
They can disappear and reappear at an instant, man.
Make maneuvers that would break,
humanly impossible, man.
Next, man. They've said, the pilots have even documented, like, we can't even maneuver like these things maneuver. He says the way that they move would break a pilot's neck to make those maneuvers.
Yeah, man.
In these aircraft.
Have you seen them videos of them in the G-force simulator, man? Hey, your body gains weight when you're doing them G-force turns, man. The body can't even handle that shit, man. Hey, like it says, our warfare is not carnal, man. You know, you try to do it carnally. Esau tried, and his pilots died, man. You can't mimic no fucking chariot, man.
I got something right here. This is 2nd Ezra chapter 13 and 29. Behold, the days come when the Most High will begin to deliver them that are upon the earth. And how we're going to be delivered? By way of those chariots, man. And he shall come to the astonishment of them that dwell on the earth, because they're not expecting this to happen, man.
Right.
You see? And one shall undertake to fight against another, one city against another, one place against another, one people against another, and one realm against another. So the realm of the spirit world is going to be fighting against the realm of the physical world, man. And that's what you Edomites about to go up against, man. You're about to go up against the spiritual, man. And we're going to get that account right here in 2nd Ezra 13, starting at 1. Go ahead, bro. And let me get Revelation 19.
2nd Ezra 13. And it came to pass after 7 days, I dreamed a dream by night, and lo, there arose a wind from the sea, that it moved all the waves thereof. And behold, and lo, the man waxed strong with the thousands of heaven.
That man that waxed strong with the thousands of heaven is the Messiah, man. It's Yahawashi. He waxed strong with the thousands of heaven. The thousands of heavens are the chariots of the Most High. Can I get Psalm 68 real quick? I get it. I grab it. So the thousands of heaven are the chariots, man. Because it tells you right here in Psalm 68.
I can just go over to that.
Let me get Psalm 68 real quick.
Got it, bro? Yeah. 68. It's after 10. The kings of armies.
Chariots of the Lord is 10,000.
Right here. The chariots of
17, there it is.
Yeah,
This is Psalm 68 and 17. The chariots of Yahawah are 20,000, even thousands of angels. The Lord is among them, as in Sinai in the holy place.
See, so the Most High, he tells you, man, his chariots are thousands, man. In the 20,000, it's probably in the numerable amount of chariots. It's a small number, man. But Yahawashi coming with the thousands of heaven, it lets you know that's where he's coming with, man. The so-called UFOs, the chariots of the Most High.
Because remember, Moses goes up on the cloud.
Right? On the mount,
On Mount Sinai, like you just said. And what was they saying, man? Moses up there talking to the Lord, man. Why the Lord don't want to talk to us?
Then the Most High came down in that chariot and started trying to talk to Israel, and they got shook, man.
And they were scared. They said, oh, shit.
Hell no. No, Moses, nah.
Moses.
I done seen enough.
Hey, go holler at the Most High real quick.
I don't want to talk to him.
We gonna wait for
They
you.
was pulling a fucking George Jefferson and shit,
Right.
man. Grabbing their heart. I'm coming.
That's that red fox.
Yeah.
It's like that red fox, man. That motherfucking Sanford and Son, man. Freaking out, man.
He said, oh, shit. I'm coming to join you, honey. About to die.
Fear of the Lord, man. I gotta finish verse 3. And when he turned his countenance to look, all the things trembled that were seen under him.
Because you people are going to be shook, man. That's when it's going to click in your mind that everything what we have been telling you has been the truth, man. We haven't told you not one lie, man. Everything that we're telling you, everything that we're speaking through the Spirit and power of Yahawashi is going to come to pass, man. We ain't got no reason to lie to you, man. We ain't out here to deceive you or to beguile you, man. We're telling you exactly what's written in these scriptures, and it's going to come to pass. How do we know that? The word of the Most High does not go out void, man.
Right.
It has the Most High is not a man that he should lie, neither the son of man that he should repent. Have he said it, and shall he not do it? Have he spoken, and shall he not make it good?
Hebrews 40:7 and Psalms 40:7 again.
Hey, man.
I come in the volume of the book.
Everything the Most High says is going to happen, it's going to happen, man. Go ahead, bro.
Verse 4. And whensoever the voice went out of his mouth, all they burned that heard his voice.
And that's talking about when them lasers beams is being shot, man. Wherever Yahawashi look, people are going to be getting zapped, man. You see? And it said what? As the earth fell when it filleth the fire.
Like as the earth faileth when it filleth the fire.
You see, he going to be setting motherfuckers on fire, man. That's what Yahawashi is coming. Did it not say in Isaiah 66 and 15, the Lord coming with his chariots and his sword and his flames to plead with all flesh? That's what we read right here in 2nd Ezra 13, man. The scripture, all the scriptures go together, man. Precept upon precept. Go ahead, bro.
And after this I beheld, and lo, there was gathered together a multitude of men out of number from the four winds of heavens, to subdue the man that came out of the sea.
So what Ezra's is seeing right here, he's seeing all the nations' military gathered together in the Middle East to fight against Yahawashi. You see? That's that great multitude, man. This is the beginning of that war in heaven, man. That's the same vision the Apostle John saw as the war in heaven, man. All the nations gathered together to fight against Yahawashi when he cracked them clouds, man. Because when Yahawashi shows up, they're gonna be in the midst of World War III.
Right.
You see?
Joel the 3rd chapter.
Yep. And when Yahawashi shows up, they're gonna stop fighting each other and they're gonna turn their attention to Yahawashi. Then what's gonna happen, bro?
But I beheld, and lo, he had graved himself a great mountain and flew upon it.
So he graved himself a great mountain and flew up upon it. What is that? What is that? Can mountains fly? Nah, can mountains fly? He's not flying on an actual mountain, man.
Right.
The chariot that he's riding on, the chariot that he's standing on top of, is gonna be so fucking big. It was so big, Ezra thought it was a mountain range, man.
Right.
He thought it was an actual mountain in the sky. That's how big the chariot Yahawashi is coming back on, man.
That's all he could describe it as.
Yeah, and that's why I said when they see him, all the people of the earth shall mourn, man.
Right.
Because
they're gonna be like, damn.
That's why
we can't beat it.
It's gonna be Red Fox,
Right.
man.
And that's why
men's heart shall fail,
I
man.
was about to say that's the spirit. And just like it's saying Luke, men's hearts fell in them with fear for the things that are coming upon the earth, man. And when Yahawashi cracked the clouds, and that big ass chariot that's gonna cover the skies, man.
Right.
People just gonna die.
Right.
They're gonna die on sight.
Hey, flat out, hey, realistically, man, without the Spirit of the Lord coming upon you, man, you would fucking pass out and die, man.
It's gonna be something the world has never seen before.
Like you said, they dismay at the heathen and the
signs of heaven.
Right. They dismay at the
Wisdom of
signs of
Solomon
heaven.
chapter 5. Hey, at the strangers of his salvation.
Right.
They're not expecting Yahawashi to come in the clouds.
No.
With that mountain-sized chariot.
He
If
was
you can see
supposed
the
to
mountains in the background.
According to Pastor, he was supposed to come with lollipops and gumdrops and balloons.
And hand out participation trophies,
Right.
man.
He was supposed to float down on the Nimbus cloud.
Right. On the Nimbus cloud.
You know what I'm saying? And shit's supposed to be sweet. Nah.
Right.
That ain't how it's gonna happen, man. Yahawashi's coming back with great power and glory, man. You know what I'm saying? Great power and glory is how the Messiah is coming back. Go ahead, bro.
God. But when I had seen the region or place where out the hill was graven, I could not.
Ezra's like, man, it's a mountain missing from somewhere.
Right.
It's a mountain gone.
Right.
This big ass, this thing is huge.
So the Lord could pluck that out of the whole
That
ground.
shit had to come. He was looking around like, where the hell does this mountain come from?
Yeah, tripping.
That's how big it was, man. But he couldn't find out where it was graven from because it wasn't graven out of an actual mountain, man. It was a chariot that came from the heavens, man.
Right.
This is why you Edomites are trying to build up this whack ass space force, man.
Because you know,
but
like we said at the beginning, you know the truth.
You know the truth, man.
You're elite
Better than most,
You're
man.
elite Edomites. These Edomites who have set up Babylon, that set up America, that set up the UK, that are at the heads of the Russian military and government, and you blah 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 blah.
Yup.
You Edomites know.
And the thing is,
You were a son of Isaac, man.
And the thing is, Esau tried to spin it to yeah, we got to make a space force to fight against China and Russia. Nigga, no you don't. No you don't, man.
China and Russia know the Lord coming back too.
No you don't, man.
They're just
That's
like,
bullshit.
nah, we next up. We're gonna kill America and take over. That's their mindset.
That's that facade Esau's pushing in the earth.
Right.
Because he don't want to come out and tell you Yahawashi coming back, man. But we are the prophets of the Lord telling you Yahawashi is coming back, man. You see? Yahawashi is about to crack them clouds and you people are gonna shit, man.
Mm-hmm.
You people are gonna be real shitty here in Babylon, all throughout the earth, man.
Right. Yeah, it's gonna be worldwide, man.
Go ahead, bro.
Worldwide.
And you had a long
Shit
time
boots.
learning this law. You guys are Hebrew Edomites, man. You guys learned under Isaac, man.
Go ahead, bro.
Go ahead.
But when I had, so like verse 8, after this I beheld, and lo, all they which were gathered together to subdue him were sore afraid.
All the nation's military.
And yet there's fought.
And why are they afraid? Because they haven't been briefed on this event happening, man.
Yeah, no.
These higher ups in the world's military, they're not telling their people about the second coming of Yahawashi, man.
No, not at all.
So when it happens, you want like this one.
You guys, Israelites, right?
Yeah.
Where do they do any teachings for Israelite here in the Springs?
This is the teaching right here
Right.
on the highways and byways.
And then if you're looking for it somewhere else, you're not getting the correct doctrine.
You can go on YouTube and watch the videos.
So give me the YouTube
the thing.
Yeah.
I got you. Let me
Yeah,
get some right way.
Yeah, go ahead.
My daughter's an Israelite, but they in Hawaii, and she be teaching me. We be talking and stuff, and I was like, well, where can I get some more information?
They got a camp in Hawaii.
Yeah.
I believe they do have a camp.
They do.
in
My
Hawaii.
son-in-law is in charge of that camp.
Okay.
What camp he a part
I
of?
don't know the name of.
Lord
They just be
Willings,
telling me
is
stuff.
with the GMS brothers in Hawaii.
His name is Brian Sykes.
We wouldn't know him by that name.
Yeah, we.
So
we,
you
we
guys
go
be
by
here
Hebrew.
every Sunday?
We're not always in this location. We bounce around.
That's what I know.
But we do frequent this spot.
Okay,
on
and what day you
occasion.
frequent it?
Normally Sunday.
Sunday, like this time right now?
Yeah, it's normally sometime during the weekend, Friday, Saturday, Sunday, but we've been doing Sundays for the last couple months.
About 6 months.
6 months or so.
So you go to YouTube, you type in GMS Colorado lessons,
Yeah.
and it'll come right up.
Okay.
And you can find, there's other GMS camps.
So that'll lead you to
That'll lead you to a plethora of GMS camps. You can watch whoever. They got all kinds of
Yeah,
topics.
so this is the church right here on the highways and
yeah,
byways.
this is the way it's supposed to be
I
conducted.
can't understand your handwriting, baby.
My hands cold. I can't write. I can't even write.
I
My
can't
hands
even
are too
see
cold.
that. Somebody write that. Look.
Oh, here.
I can't even make
My
that
hands are
out.
cold as shit. I was trying to
Do that.
got
Look.
a pen.
Do it
I got
in
a
not
pen.
cursive but print.
I got a pen. That's all right.
I'm not trying to write my
It's
hands
all right.
cold.
We're gonna fix it.
We rough men. So, let me get that pencil. That's ain't nothing but saying, man.
There you go, bro.
That's right.
I'm coming. Hold on.
That's worked out a little better for you. There you go.
Can you read that one?
Yeah, I can read that
All
one.
right, GMS Colorado lessons.
GMS Colorado
On
lessons.
YouTube. You got
Okay.
YouTube.
All right.
on
Thank
YouTube.
y'all, brothers.
No problem. Have a good day.
Shalom.
Stay strong.
Shalom.
Yep, God.
Go ahead, bro.
Continuing on, this is verse 9. And lo, as he saw the violence of the multitude that came, he neither lifted up his head, nor held sword, nor any instrument of war.
So Yahawashi saw you coming against him, man. He ain't lift up nothing. He ain't had no weapons of war in his hand. He ain't had nothing to fight you with.
That's power, man.
But now we're gonna read what Yahawashi is about to do to all the nation's militaries.
But only I saw that he sent out his mouth as it had been a blast of fire, and out of his lips a flaming breath.
That's right.
And out of his tongue he cast out sparks and tempests.
Yup. Keep going.
Come on. I thought you was gonna break it
Oh,
down a little bit.
no, keep going.
And that's self-explanatory.
That's the weapons on the chariots,
Right.
man. So he used all he did.
Lasers, beams,
that-
and blasters, and
It's gonna
missiles.
break
The
itself
Most High
down.
created all the weapons Esau got, so you know the Most High got some cold shit,
heavenly
man.
missiles, bro.
It's gonna break itself down. Go ahead, bro.
And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and
Yep.
the great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude.
So the laser beams, all the weapons on that chariot came together in one blast and fell with violence upon a great multitude. And what happened, bro?
like some Death Star.
which
shit.
was prepared to fight
So all the
and
nations-
burn them up,
All the
every
nation's
one,
militaries, yep,
Think
and
about
burned
it.
them up every one. And what happened, bro?
so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude, nothing was to be perceived.
Woo!
Hey, isn't that what the Death Star do? We'll blow your planet up. You know what I'm saying?
That's like some goddamn
Didn't
freezer shit.
remember they made Princess Leia watch?
Yeah, her planet
get
blow
destroyed?
up, man.
That's the
Con.
power that this chariot's gonna have.
And you
man.
saw
So-
the lasers came together
Right.
and made one big
They
ass
was like,
strong
yeah,
laser, man.
And where did they get that
Boom!
from?
Blew
They
that
got that
shit
from
up.
the scriptures, man.
Yep.
They got that from the
The
scriptures.
Death Star straight out of the script.
You see? Go ahead, bro. And that's what Yahawashi coming back on the
On
Death
the Death
Star,
Star.
man. You see? Go ahead, bro.
For real.
But nothing was to be perceived, but only dust and smell of smoke.
Oh, take that back. Read that again. Read that. Take that back.
I'm gonna take it to the
What?
top of 11.
What?
And they were all mixed together, the blast of fire, the flaming breath, and the
Yep.
great tempest, and fell with violence upon the multitude, which was prepared to fight.
All the weapons in the chariots, it came together in one blast and fell upon all the nation's militaries, man. Every person that's in the military that's gathered in the Middle East, when Yahawashi returns, this is how you're going to die. You see? This is how you're going to be taken off the earth.
Yep.
You see?
That's your
Go ahead, bro.
death by
That's
pain.
your fate. If you're in Esau's military or any military all throughout the earth, if you're Jake, this is how you're going to die.
Death by
Go ahead,
pain
bro.
too.
And burn them up, every one, so that upon a sudden of an innumerable multitude.
So out of all these people that was gathered together in the Middle East to fight the war of Armageddon,
innumerable multitude.
This innumerable a multitude that can't even be counted. That's how so many people gonna be out there. What happened?
Nothing was to be perceived,
Nothing was to be perceived.
but only dust and smell of smoke.
So out of innumerable multitude, Yahawashi sitting that blast down, and it was only dust and the smell of smoke.
He death
Not your
starved them
fucking
niggas.
boots, not your uniform like they like to show you. Your helmet ain't gonna be there.
God.
All you fucking soldiers, dust and
the
smell of smoke.
The dust and the smell of smoke, fertilizer. That's exactly what you about to become.
Niggas gonna be gone.
You gotta
Go
see
ahead,
what
bro.
Ezra said. When I saw this, I was afraid.
Ezra's like, oh,
He said,
shit.
"Oh,
What the fuck?
who's
You know
not
what I'm
gonna
saying?
say that?"
God, man.
That's what, hey, and he saw it in HD.
Yeah.
It was like he was there. He was like, what?
Heavenly
Not
HD,
like he was
man.
there.
Probably
I can't-
four-dimensional, man.
You can't even describe the emotion that was going through us. He was like, when he saw it, he was so afraid. He was scared, man. That's the type of power Yahawashi is coming back with, man. That man was shook, and that was a man of the Lord. This is a man of the Lord. He was
Right.
shook, man.
Yeah, he was
by
shook
seeing
up.
that vision.
Right.
You see? That's it on that, bro.
How do you even explain some shit like that? I mean, the
You
way
want me
he
to read
did.
the peaceable multitude?
No, that's it. That's it on
Come,
that.
come.
Let me get Revelation
Come.
19.
Yeah.
But this is how Yahawashi is coming back, man. He ain't coming